This is Chris with Scale. In this video, we're going to take a look at tagging your data model. Sometimes you don't want to show all of your navigation tree. Sometimes you just want to see a small list of things. The way that you accomplish this right now is by tagging. There's one other use for tagging, and that is to limit the amount of content you export, specifically in one of our model exports. We'll look at that too. But for now, let's just say that we want to look at only a few of our DSDM entities. So let's open up the DSDM, the air, domain resources, and I'm just going to grab this entire branch. Right click, and it says edit tags. Great. Now we can come down here, and with all of these things, I could choose an existing tag if I had one, but I don't. So let's add a new one. We'll call it DSDM. Hit enter, and you notice that it has now applied that tag to each one of these elements. Let's hit save. Now, just to keep things interesting, I want to go ahead and apply a different tag to external resources. Let's do edit tags on that, and we'll call this alt. If you decide that you want to go back and edit these later, you can right click, edit tags, and note that the tag is still available. You can also add an additional tag so that Air System has an air and a DSDM tag. Click save. Now for the filter. Well, click on filter, and this is where we can start filtering our view. Generally, we're talking about tagging, so we're going to look at tagging by filter, filtering by tag, and we have two options. We can exclude a tag or include a tag. So this helps us by giving us a list of available tags, so we can say include all of the tags that have DSDM. Apply the filter, and notice that our tree is much cleaner than it used to be. It only has the items that were explicitly tagged with DSDM. What about the items under my Air System package? Well, they're missing because those things were not tagged with DSDM. The children still exist, they're just not visible. Same thing when I expand part identification type. Although the attributes still exist, the attributes themselves were not tagged, so they're hidden. We can further narrow our filter by having the things that include the DSDM but exclude air. So let's apply that. Now notice that most of our content is here, but the Air System is now removed from the list because we've now combined the logic on our filter. This can get pretty tricky. So if you ever start editing things and you end up in a situation that where things disappear and you can't get them back, you can just come back in, edit the tags or the filters, hit apply, and then things start returning. Finally, we can make that go away, and our entire tree is back. If I look at the attributes, those are back as well. As I mentioned, you can also generate your model based on tags. There's a tag filter, so you can choose on Model Gen, report by tag filter. Make sure you go ahead and tag or apply the appropriate filter tag, and this is what the exporter will use. So we'll click on Phase 3.0 XMI. And what PHENOM is working on objectively is making sure that it has a complete model for the things you chose. So you shouldn't get anything extra, except possibly some shared data model content, like measurements, coordinate systems, measurement systems. But most of the views should be eliminated. Most of the other entities should be eliminated, and you're left with a model with just this content and the entities that these items depend on. For instance, if they compose an entity in another package, that too should be included. And that's it for tagging. In the next video, we'll talk about the bulk import tools.